I went to a singles conference on Friday, and my spirit, while I was there, my spirit told.
She said no mas.
No mas.
Man, with these singles conferences. So, babe, I got a question.
Yeah.
If you were back in the day, you're single, would you have attended singles conferences?
Well, first, I want to say that I ain't never been to one.
Okay.
Never got the invite.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hypothetically, if I were to receive the invite or somehow know, probably not.
Why?
Just because I didn't really see. For me, I wasn't really looking for dating anyway. Mm-hmm. So I didn't see singles events as a find someone thing. And then for some reason in my head, I thought single events were for the elders of the church. I think it was just like a bunch of old people going there.
Singles events.
I didn't think, yeah.
You didn't think it was for younger people?
No.
All right.
Because one, you never hear the people around me say, "Hey, I'm going to the singles event." Mm-hmm. It was just usually like there was a certain class or something.
Ah, got you. So we heard her talk about how there weren't as many men at this conference that she went to. What's your take on men going to singles conferences? Period. Like, why is it not lack? I mean, why is it lack?
Well, for me, I know I was comfortable with just going home, so I was like, Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of men feel that what's the point of doing it, especially if they can already kind of like the stigma of being a singer or something like that on stage. It's like, if I can already get women, then what's the point of me going to that? Mm-hmm. Some men were either just tired of dating, so they was like, why would I go to that? Mm-hmm. Or just like me, never heard or received an invite to go. Mm-hmm. Like, is it in the church bulletin or anything?
Like, the church?
Like, how am I supposed to find out?
Yeah, so I see it's a different take on why men don't go, and so that's something good. So thank you for answering that question. So another thing is that I wanted to, as I was listening to her talk about this, is the motivation for going to these conferences. Like, I feel like if your motivation is to meet someone,
you're gonna fail in that, especially if you keep going to. Say if it's like single events are like your thing to go to, you're gonna keep seeing the same, in a way, structure. One, they're not gonna change the structure on how one person thinks or how they feel. They're basically there for the masses to go. So if everybody's still attending, they're still gonna keep doing the same thing, and most likely you're gonna see a lot of women, not men.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like it's like this. You know how your job sends you to work conferences and you go, there's a mission and there's a reason why you get to go. And they sometimes want you to come back with material, and they want you to come back with nuggets so that you can help your team, help leadership, whatever that may be. So I kind of feel like if you are to go to these conferences, to these events, and decide to go, you need to have a plan. Like, what is your mission? What's your mission? What's your true mission, right? If your mission is to find that guy, you might fail at that. But if your mission is, I want to go and I want to get what I probably need, and I want to be able to take that back so I could chew on it later. That's kind of basically how it should be.
Actually, come think of it, men probably did go, but then found out that it wasn't a dating spot. And it was like, oh, this is a learning spot.
But then you talking about that some men, I mean, not all men are like that.
No, all men are like that. But there's probably a lot of men that are like that. They probably went there thinking, oh, I'm going to find me a girl, wife, whatnot. And then they come to find out they getting packets.
Not packets.
Packets and whatever else they're serving.
So you ain't never been to a conference. So you thought then we didn't have packets. It was just basically, well, they might have packets. I don't know. But the ones that I've been to is you sitting and listening to people, panels and things like that.
That's worse enough. I ain't get no paper, no pen.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And so just sit there. And another thing she brought up was what I hear often from a lot of single women, a lot of single men too, but a lot of single women is the same thing is being said. That's why she called it a starter pack. The same thing is being said at the same conference, at the same event, about preparing, about waiting, about him being around the corner, about your season, your time. It's not your season. You got to wait 10, 15 years, all these things. It's the same stuff being dished out at these conferences. What's your take on that?
Sound like they telling you to hold off and wait. I mean, it makes sense to do so, especially if you're trying to find like that person for you.
Yeah.
That God-given gift. Should I say?
God-given gift.
But I mean, everybody does the same thing. A lot of people can't wait. They tend to rush and end up with whoever.
And I think the intentions are true.
Oh yeah,
by why these are put on, and she didn't knock it. Of course, she wasn't knocking the conference. She was like, if it's for you to go to. It's just these experiences. She's seeing the same thing,
mm-hmm.
So we're not coming at her against her at all.
Which actually, sorry, I could see the complaint of men not going though, because men probably should be going to prepare, but we see it as, oh well, I'm not going there today, so why do I need to go? Like we already hard-headed enough and think we know it all.
So that's why I think the approach has to be different.
Yeah.
When it comes to some things, so the conferences should be there to learn, should be there to meet new people, even if it's not a guy, to just meet another sister in Christ, so y'all be able to hash out and maybe find accountability or whatever that may be, to hang out, to have fun, right? I think that's kind of the gist of it. And the thing is, why everything is being repeated is because we as coaches are seeing the same exact things over and over again. And so it's not to knock, I understand. This is why some of you are exhausted with relationship feedback. It seems like it's the same stuff over and over again, but honestly, we are seeing the same thing over and over again as we're coaching men and women. So we just care about y'all enough that yes, preparing, it has to happen. Now, it must probably be in different ways. It has to be dished out in different ways, but preparing, waiting, it's got to happen.
Yeah.
We can't say the opposite of that.
Yeah, go ahead, rush. Get that person that you don't need to be with.
So I think I get it. We understand it. I was tired too. I'm not saying that you should go and you need to go and you got to go every conference, sign up, pay your money, do all the things. Choose to go if you want to go. But have a different perception about the conferences and or these events or whatever. Because listen, we got some events coming up soon, and we don't want y'all to miss out on the opportunities. And it ain't like a conference. Okay? So y'all stay tuned to what we got going on later. But listen, we just chatted up. Put in the comments what y'all think. If y'all have anything to share. If you are on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, y'all go ahead and follow. If you are listening to us on YouTube, y'all go ahead and subscribe for more dating and relationship content. All right? We love y'all. Peace.